Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Boys on the Bench. I am one of the hosts, DJ Riley. And sadly enough, if you tailed some of the bets that I took yesterday, we did go 2-5 after looking so good for so long. I had three out of these players going that had their games going to overtime with Sengun, DeRozan, and Maxey. Sengun was the biggest kind of sweat, and I really felt like I shouldn't have sweated it. At halftime, he only had 9 points, rebounds, and assists. At the end of the third, he had 17. So I was like, man, we can give up 20, and we're still sitting pretty good. Even by the end of the fourth, we would have hit this bet, but that game went into overtime, and early into overtime, we ended up losing this bet. So that one absolutely stunk. DeRozan started off really hot, but he did end up hitting this. Kobe White took off like I expected that he would, with that defense giving up a lot of points and everything to the point guard position. Now, Maxey had a career night. I know I had some of you in the comments saying I love all of these picks except for Maxey. I really had faith in Maxey not doing this, but he did end up shooting almost 30 times in this game, which is a recipe for disaster. Also had his most rebounds since November 25th. So all of those together, points plus rebounds, definitely sucks with that outlook on that. Now, Chet was a little bit, it kind of got me a little bit worried. I mean, he didn't hit. He had only 9 points at halftime, so really just needed to have repeat that in the second half, and we were good. He ended up getting 9 more points just in the fourth quarter alone, putting us over for that. So anyways, that kind of sucked. Rozier was probably the easiest bet I think we could have taken yesterday. And if you looked at my video yesterday, that was definitely my lock for the day. But anyways, overtimes are so difficult to predict, but I felt like if those didn't happen, we'd be sitting really pretty from yesterday's plays. Anyways, though, those were yesterday's. Let's go ahead and move into today's. The first of 4 picks that I have for you today is Kyrie Irving going over 12.5 rebounds plus assist. It does look like Luka Doncic is going to be out of this game with his ankle injury that he sustained in their last matchup. So since Kyrie Irving had returned really from his own injury, we've seen him hit this line in 4 out of his 5 games, grabbing at least 8 boards in every game. So if he can maintain that pace of kind of 8-9 boards, even if he drops down to 7, I really like him because I think that with how the Knicks defend the point guard position, they currently allow the 7th most assists to point guards. So I do expect Kyrie kind of fills that void, steps in, has a high assist total today, probably sitting somewhere around 7 to 8, maybe 9. So then if he can have even half of what he had for rebounds, I think we're sitting really good in this game. So Kyrie Irving going over 12.5 rebounds plus assists. So the next game that I have here is Damian Lillard going over 24.5 points. I expect this game to be a lot of scoring. So does Vegas. They currently have this game as the highest over under for today's games with 241.5 points. Boston does allow the 5th most points to the guard position and 8th most points from threes. We know that Damian Lillard loves to stay behind the arc, shoot those threes. So I think that considering that and the 8th most points, 5th most to guards, that Kyrie Irving is due for a big game. Now, on the other side, the Celtics have done a really good job. So if you're thinking that, Giannis is also going to have a pretty good day, they did shut down Giannis earlier this season. They are really good at shutting down the power forward position. And in that last matchup, we saw Giannis only had 21 points. However, Damian Lillard went for 27, kind of took that game over. So if Lillard is able to hit his threes like I expect him to, then I think that we're sitting pretty good, hitting 25 points like he did in his last matchup versus the Celtics this season. Now, also stacking this, looking at Giannis, though, I don't think Giannis is kind of hard to predict in points in this matchup, but I still like him for his rebounds plus assist. I have him going over 18.5 in that regard. Stacking him with Lillard here, I feel like just makes the most sense, especially with Lillard taking over point-wise. When Boston plays teams with high pace, they're honestly forced to match them. They have the highest pace or second highest pace this last week. So they've faced 2 teams within the top 8 of pace of play, and that forced them to have the second highest pace of play this whole last week. So coming into this game, Milwaukee has the 3rd highest pace in all of the NBA. So I think that, again, Boston is going to be forced to match that, which only leaves more opportunities for rebounds plus assists for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Not to mention, he has hit this in 6 straight games. So I feel like this is just a play that you need to take advantage of before it's too late. Now, the final pick that I have here, pick 404, is Kevin Durant going over 37.5 points plus rebounds plus assist. He has played the Lakers 3 times this season, having 39, 11, 2, 38.95, and then 31.74. In those matchups alone, he would have hit 2 times just on points. So I think he would have hit all 3 games, hit over 30 or hitting at least 38 PRA. But in 2 games, he had 39 points and 38 points. Again, meaning he would hit this in 2 times alone just from points. So Los Angeles does allow the 10th most points to power forwards and 9th most assists to this position. Additionally, they allow the 2nd most points to threes, where we know Durant can heat up. He does have a pretty low 3-point attempts this season, averaging only 4.5 per game. But we know that if he heats up from outside, he will stay outside. So again, anyways, I like this matchup here. Should be a close game between these two teams. So I think that Durant has a high minute usage for these games. Anyways, I am doing a 4-pick power play for a 10 times multiplier in these prize pick bets. But as always, guys, thank you so much for listening, but make sure to give me a subscribe, hit that bell notification, shoot me a like and a comment. All of that stuff helps this channel grow, and I appreciate all the love and support that y'all have shown these last couple of days. Thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all next time.